Alright guys, this is my Venenatis guide. Here's the setup here. You got the full Verax with the glory, charged glory. Ruin arrows, we'll get to those in a minute. I use D boots, but probably use ruin boots or climbing boots as well. I don't have barrels gloves, so I use combat brace. Could also use anything below that really. For the ring slot, I use ring of recoils. Got them in my inventory here. I take a sip. The super combat before I go. Equipped it. Make sure all my health is up to snuff here. Thank everything. I typically bring one Sanfu, three prayer, pretty standard stuff. Got my magician bow here. We'll get into that in a minute. One games necklace. 4 to 5 quabas. Rest shark. For the cape slot, you could probably use legends, but I like to blend in with the wildies, so that's why typically you'll hear in my guides that I like using the HP cape, but in this scenario, you're not there for very long, so I have my player from the Halloween event colored in black, and then to just go with everything. If the flow looks better and everything, that's why I do that. You could also just wear a team cape, really. I just do it for style points. Alright, so let's just get right into it. Start the timer here. Ba-doo-ba-doo. Okay. Yeah, the reasoning on why you bring the Sanfu is it acts as a prayer and an antidote at the same time. So first thing to go off, you're going to want to teleport with the games necklace. Go to corp, obviously. Always make sure your protect item is on, so you never have to lose the Verax helm. Even when you bank, I leave it on. It really doesn't take that much prayer, so it's a benefit for both parties, really. What's really nice about that a lot of people don't know is when people TB you at Venenatis, it's nice to always just have the protect magic as well on. So when they do TB you and hit you, it'll just do 2.5 minutes until it goes away instead of the standard 5. What up, Papa? You pull it to here. This is how I do it. Walk over here. You're gonna want to make sure that you have it so that you are in the single mode, but the spider is still in multi, making it so you can still do damage. Because there's an area in here, typically, like, I think it's this line right here, that it has to be over. More water, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, as you see here, we're just getting into it. The styles really don't matter what you have on. I have it on accurate, just because, like, when I switch to my magician bow here, you're able to do the command here. It's really just used for KO WEP. Really nice. It's just quicker kills. See once I get to the lower part of it, what I'm talking about here. I always make sure to keep your eye on the hill and the mini-map, of course. Really, lately, at least for me, Venenatis really hasn't been filled with that many PKers. And in the rare chance that you do come across a team, you could always just run east, going this way. Because, again, you're fighting this thing in single. The only time that I am vulnerable is when I have to pick up my loot. And sometimes in my runs I've tested, if you really want to be welfare, you could bring telegrabs. But honestly, I think I've tested it a little bit and it's not really worth it. Because when you have a team waiting for you and you try to kill it, the telegrab acts as an animation, so you have to wait for it, and then by that time the team could already be down there. Just wait right here. Yippity yippity doo dah. Kind of makes me want to take a break from my pure and get back on the Slayer. Yeah, man. Slayer's life. Alright, see this little thing, this web right here? I just stand right there. Have my actives as protect. Holy piss. Wow. Generally, I do a lot better. I usually get anywhere from 2 to 3 kills. Sometimes the Spidey is not as nice to you when you're here. And just whip out some 40s and 50s out of his asshole. I have to go. Bye-bye. Oh. Yeah, look at that. 10 out of 10. Alright, so we killed it once. That was just a horrible run. See here, bank. We'll do one more run so I can show you how the bow works. I didn't really get the chance to show you how that thing works. I was busy yapping. Sip with combat here. And through prayer. It's also really nice is if you are using OS Buddy, there's a option add-on that they have. Makes it so you just type in Jew or jewelry really, and then it shows up that you can see all your charge stuff. So for me, I never have to worry about, you know, always right-clicking the glory to see what I got left. It's on screen for me. Realize not everybody uses OS Buddy, but it's just a nice feature. Along with the timer that it comes with it, it's really nice. Try again. Here. Do a double take. Let it come to you. Over here. Bam, you're ready to go. I typically like doing it solo. Occasionally I'll have a friend come along and do it, but honestly it just causes problems if they don't get out of the way, because then it can reset everything. I know when I do it solo, it's just a lot easier and there's less room for error, and you may get fewer kills, but I would highly recommend. It is nice to do as a duo. It'd be efficient, because sometimes you can get anywhere from 4 to 7 kills. My opinion on Venge, I haven't completed Lunar, so I can't use them. But I wouldn't bring them here even if I could, because honestly I think the Ring of Recoil is enough for me, and you can't risk bringing your Ruin pouch out here, so you have to bring 3 slots, do those, and that could just be 3 more slots of food or prayer, whatever the hell you're doing. Yeah, typically I get anywhere from 2 to 3 kills. There was this one time I got like 6. It was crazy, because I just kept getting the Dark Crab and Super Restore drop. Alright, now you're seeing here that it's going to be getting really low here. Getting ready to equip the Magician Bow. It's as simple as that, boys and girls. You can see it's just really nice, quick kills. You don't have to sit there whopping around. When a lot of people see this, they go, what the hell? I know when I first saw it for the first time, I didn't believe it either, but it actually does work. It's worth it to bring for the slot. Oh, there. Settle down. Settle down. Yeah, if you can't afford Sanfus, or if you just don't want to use them, you could always bring... You could take a sip of the Antidote Plus Plus before you leave. I just like using the Sanfus again because it acts as the poison remover and the prayer at the same time. Typically, when you are going to do a duo, I would maybe add on a couple more prayer pots. Because one of you is just going to be standing there just using prayer. You guys can go back and forth between switching food or who's tanking and decide what the hell you want to do. The drops for this guy, what he's known for is the Tresness Ring, the D-Pick, the D2H, the Pet, Onyx Tips, and 100 Snaps. Those are the main drops that I look for when I'm fighting this thing. Just hit 600 kill count a few minutes ago. Usually with this setup, I get anywhere from 25 to 30 kills an hour. Maybe not that much. Maybe like 20, 25. Irish, what's going on, man? Welcome. Obviously, there's going to be times where there's going to be room for error because sometimes you get PK'd and it slows your trips down, or for whatever reason. Really a nice feature too. I'm not sure if it works on the regular game too, but I know when I use OS Buddy, I like using the 1, 2, 3, 4 on your keyboard for the options. You can do this in questing as well. It's really handy. So I know when I go and I have to go to Edgeville, they also have another nice feature where you can press the escape button to exit out of your bank, and that's what just makes it that. Yeah, when I get here, I usually click, I think it's 3 on the games necklace when I rub it. And then when you go on the cave, press 1 to yes to leave, to go out into the wildy. Just saves time. Yeah, this boss can easily KO you. That's why sometimes it's nice if you don't have that much money just to bring stuff that kind of just dies on death. So I mean, a lot of people sometimes don't even really bring barrows because of the cost of it. Some people just bring rune gloves and a Legends cape or whatever or something. You don't want to be risking too much. And in the rare case that you do somehow get skulled, or for whatever reason, a really nice way that I've done in the past, if that were to happen, is that you can always, and if they'd like per se TB'd you as well, you can just click this and drop it, and just spam the spacebar until the option says yes or no, and then spam the 1 button so you drop it. That way you'll be able to keep your skirt as the first option rather than your brassard. Yeah, unfortunately when you die from this boss, I went out and bought like, I probably went through at least 40 Slayer capes or something like that. That's why it's kind of not very good to bring the capes, but I like them because they just have good prayer bonus and good stats. And I like how they kind of match the attire of the darkness and of the wildy, really. But yeah, usually you want to be using the magician bow here for when it's, I like to say when it's below 15 health. But sometimes you can get lucky and it can be at like 30 and you can test shooting it out, and you might be able to get it done with that. I think we're at 5. I don't know. Really paying attention. I'm just gonna make this a 20-minute video, and then just times that number by 3, really, I guess. So on a good day, you can normally get 20 to 25. Typically, you can get anywhere from, I'd say, 12 to 18 an hour. Because again, you got to put in the variables of if you're gonna get PK'd, if you get how many times more you got to bank, how often people disturb you, how quick are your banks, getting here, you know, stuff like that. Another cool way that you can fight this thing, if you got friends involved and you want to do like a little mass, you can have one guy be the dude that's tanking everything, and you could bring like a Ruin crossbow, preferably, with Ruby Bolts E for the first half, and then Diamond E for the second half. Keep that stuff on long range, and if you stand in a certain spot, I believe it's over here, that I don't even think he will shoot you with the mage stuff. But even then, if he does, you could just put on Protect Mage. And you really don't have to do much. HWH coming in with the follow. Appreciate it, man. Welcome to the Slayer Elite. Much love, man. Oh god, we gotta get out of there. That about wraps it up for the video, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Check out my Twitter. Sub to me on YouTube. Check me out on Twitch as well. Those are my 3 platforms that I usually use. And as always, guys, slay on.